Let's take a look at Crowdstrike. The good news is that business is fine and it is falling into support zone from the charts, although not a full floor. The bad news is that it triggered a bearish pattern that could be as low as 230 or even worse. So let's not talk about the worst for now, and we'll take it one step at a time. You had a run up that failed, and then another bigger run up that failed, and there's supposed to be another run up that may or may not fail to come down and trigger this bearish pattern. But in this case, the headline was so violent that they triggered through it at the same time. In theory, if they don't recover 310, they should come down to 230, 220 at least. So from that perspective, I personally would not want to get involved, be long, own shares above that. So if somebody sold puts today under the rest to own it under 200, okay, I can be on board with that idea. So what could go wrong? I am not a headline guy, but this is a headline that could end up costing the company. It will change the company's balance sheet because they're going to have to pay out somewhere, someone. So I'm thinking that the repercussions were so widespread that there's going to be lawsuits, and I don't think there's a doubt as to who's to blame. It seems that consensus is that they had an upgrade of sorts, they rolled it out, and it caused a ruckus. So if there's a finger to be pointed, it's at them. And if that's the case, they're going to have to land all these lawsuits. Goodness. My take is that it couldn't possibly rally back in jubilation that it's all over, because there's no way this is going to end without lawsuits, and that could take months. So I don't think there's a rush to buy the dip here. Furthermore, the market is at all-time highs. So that too can bring some downside pressure for any other stock, let alone this one. But if you wanted to find support, you're going to have to zoom back a long time, because that's the byproduct of having a super fast rally that doesn't have time to consolidate. There's no consolidation until the 240s, 245, 235, 250, that area there. November of last year, they had an earnings report from which it sprang. It was in the 200s, and then boom, suddenly $30, $40 higher. So there's a lot of risk. They're selling rallies. I don't think they're going to be buying dips for a long time. So be careful with this guy. He's still pretty far up there, and there might be more downside.